The Iraq War stands as one of the most consequential and controversial chapters in recent global history. To understand the United States' involvement in Iraq, it's essential to look back at the context, the decisions that led to war, the unfolding of the conflict itself, and its lasting legacy. In the wake of the September 11, 2001 terrorist attacks, the United States found itself at a crossroads. The shock and devastation of that day fueled a new era of American foreign policy, one characterized by a determination to confront perceived threats before they could reach American soil. The administration of President George W. Bush identified Iraq, under the rule of Saddam Hussein, as a primary concern. Accusations mounted that Iraq possessed weapons of mass destruction, chemical, biological, and possibly nuclear arms, that could pose a grave danger not only to the region but to the world. Despite calls for caution and the ongoing efforts of United Nations weapons inspectors, the U.S. government, supported by a coalition of allies, argued that the risk was too great. In March 2003, the United States led an invasion of Iraq, launching a campaign that would topple Saddam Hussein's regime within weeks. The initial military victory was swift, but it marked only the beginning of a far more complex and challenging chapter. The aftermath of the invasion revealed a host of unforeseen challenges. The collapse of the Iraqi government created a power vacuum, and the decision to disband the Iraqi military and purge former Ba'ath Party members from positions of authority left the country without the institutions needed to maintain order. As the U.S. and its allies tried to rebuild Iraq, they faced growing resistance. Insurgency movements emerged, fueled by sectarian tensions, anger at foreign occupation, and the dislocation of millions of Iraqis. Violence escalated, with bombings, assassinations, and kidnappings becoming part of daily life for many Iraqis. The conflict soon took on a sectarian dimension, pitting Sunni and Shia communities against each other, and plunging the country into a bloody civil conflict. The U.S. military found itself engaged in a prolonged and costly effort to restore stability, battling insurgent groups like al-Qaeda in Iraq, which would later evolve into ISIS. Back home in the United States and among the international community, the war became increasingly controversial. The initial justification, the existence of weapons of mass destruction, proved unfounded, as extensive searches failed to uncover any such arsenal. Critics questioned the intelligence that led to war and the lack of preparation for the post-invasion period. The human cost was staggering. Hundreds of thousands of Iraqis lost their lives, millions were displaced, and thousands of American and coalition soldiers were killed or wounded. Despite the challenges, there were moments of hope. Iraq held democratic elections, and efforts were made to rebuild schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. However, progress was often undermined by ongoing violence and political instability. The war's impact rippled beyond Iraq's borders, influencing regional dynamics and shaping perceptions of the United States around the world. In 2011, the U.S. formally withdrew its combat troops from Iraq, but the legacy of the war continues. The rise of ISIS, ongoing sectarian strife, and the struggle to build a stable and inclusive government remain pressing issues for Iraq. For the United States, the Iraq War prompted deep reflection on the use of military power, the importance of accurate intelligence, and the challenges of nation-building. Today, the story of the Iraq War serves as a sobering reminder of the complexities of international intervention and the far-reaching consequences of decisions made in times of crisis. It is a chapter still being written, with lessons that continue to resonate for policymakers, military leaders, and citizens alike.